All right, let's go over the stock market today. Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P, Russell, as they got crushed, one of the worst days in history as the global slowdown is underway. The Dow Jones, you don't see that, minus 1679.39, 3.98%. So let's take a look at it. Of course, the run-up, go back to 2023, the Ukraine-Russia war, we came out of that. Still going, but we bounced all the way from... You're talking 33,000 to a double top, 45,000. Boom December, boom February. Then we start to go down here all the way. Big drop below 41,000. We bounce to 42 plus, 42.8. We go down again. That little move, that 3-day move, looked like promising, like maybe a little more. And then Trump spoke, everything, it was pure chaos, tariffs. We go down. We're at 40,545. You have a trend line going back from April 2024. 1, 2, 3. Looks like almost 4. That would put it at right about 40. And then if that don't hold, where are you going? Much lower. Let me bring these lines out. So, we could get bounces now. We're in a trend down. Look at these bounces in between. This could come all the way to trend line, and we get a big counter rally up to... You're talking like 42,000 up here. Then we come back down. So that is the daily. The weekly chart. You can see I have a cross line all the way coming up from COVID. COVID 22, late 23. That puts it at 38,000. This is forming a very tight wedge. See, it's getting wider to tighter. That means eventually there'll be some sort of bounce, but not now. 1728 going down stochastics. Monthly. You can see now 3 red candles. You're in between the 1320 EMA. That's why that 38,000 comes into play. You go lower than that, you have 36,000. It's sort of a middle line. And then, 24,000, that's way below. And I don't think we'll reach that, though. But here you go, 6088 stochastic sliding down. You had that before 2022, 2020. You have a complete crossover, red over white. How far will it go is the question. Quarterly chart, you're crossing almost below. You are below 80 now. 79.43 on the Dow. So that's where we're at now. Tomorrow, right now, futures are down 255, 123 NASDAQ, 255 Dow Jones. So you want to see tomorrow, if we go red again real bad, you want to see really this 40,000 hold. If not, what's this line? 45,000. This is 40,000. So we're crossing below this 4,500. 40,500. If that doesn't hold, you're going to break through this trend line too. Counter rally, you can see all these lines up here. You would like it to bounce to like 42,000 at least, in the future. So we'll see here. But you can see this clear, trend down. Almost looks like, it could be sort of a bull flag here. Goes down here, then we bounce up. But it could bounce up all the way even 42, 43, then we go back down again. So that's possible. We have to see how it plays out. There's no crossovers, the monthly, weekly, so that's not in play yet. So that's where we're at. We'll see tomorrow. Right now it's very negative. You're down 255, 133. The VIX is at 26.95. So that's where we're at. Please subscribe to Mike Heyman Trades on YouTube. Smash the like button. What else? Mike J Trades on X, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble. Check it out.